How you doing?
I'm good, honey. How are you?
Good.
Good. Obviously, not the most ideal situation to start the game off. How do you feel like you settled in, and were you able to just appreciate that first those first few moments?
Yeah, it was definitely. I couldn't feel my legs probably, but it was fun. I had a good time. I mean, everyone there was pretty supportive. I just got my legs loose, and then after that, it was fine.
It's never easy to make a major league debut at any position, but catcher might be the most difficult position to do that in. What were some, I guess, pieces of advice or some things you told yourself to get through this first one?
Deep breaths, big deep breaths. I just slow everything down, kind of savor the moment, kind of see everything how it's going. Cause I mean, you only get one debut, so that's kind of how I wanted to do it.
For you, when you've got a starter or a pitcher that's struggling with command the way that he is, and you don't have that rapport just yet, and you don't have that relationship, do you have those conversations with yourself of should I go out and talk to him? How do I handle this? How do you deal with that?
I try and talk to them before, kind of get them kind of cues for them, kind of help them from not really for going up there, but mainly for them to just look at me, verbal cues. But I mean, today was just kind of I mean, we went through two already, three, and then that's where I had to kind of start using hand motions and signals to get them through. And once I started getting them on on the base of like understand what we're doing, it was a lot easier.
How did you feel at the plate?
Couldn't feel my bat.
Did it come back, the feeling?
Yeah, it did. It did. After the first one, it was a lot better. But yeah, it was fun getting to play everyone and face guys you've watched when you're a kid. Like being there and in that moment, it kind of was cool.
Sam, what do you want to get out of the next however long you're here?
Just reps, innings, experience, kind of just understand the flow of it, the game, and understand what it takes to be a big leaguer.
Well, congratulations on getting the first one behind you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Other questions? Evan?
So Sam, you got all this stuff going on. It's your major league debut, and when Garcia does have issues, whether it's with getting on the same page or whatever, what runs through your mind? Because you're trying to savor the moment a little bit, but you also know what your number one responsibility is. So, like, what's processing in the brain at that moment?
Trying to slow everything down. I don't want to speed up and make a wrong decision for him calling a pitch. I just want to kind of make sure he knows that I'm trying to keep it as calm as possible and keep him through the flow of the game and try and get him through him.
And then you mentioned you couldn't feel your bat. What was that? What was that first? It's not like fire spree and cookie because he came right out and threw a breaking ball. So what was that first at bat like?
It was different. I'm used to first at bat in the place. I'm getting fastballs instead. I'm getting sliders, front hip sliders, then curveballs. So it was different, definitely. But after that, it kind of got the idea that they understand that I'm a kind of a power hitter, I guess. But it's just understanding the zone and kind of getting the feel of second bat. I felt way better. Kind of had a better feel for it, but just understanding everything.
Great. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Anything else for Sam?